everyone, I'm Liana with Music Academy International, Inc. and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm continuing my series of Czerny op.599, and I'm gonna go right now section 2 that starts with number 11 all the way to number 18, right? All the way to number 18. And this section is called exercises for 5 fingers. You know, 5 fingers. We're gonna stay in the one position, C, D, E, F, G. And the next, the next 8 journeys, the next 8 tutorials. And with a quiet hand. What it would be the quiet hand? Meaning, it's not quite quiet. It's meaning peaceful hand, like little, nice and, smooth. Let's put it this way, smooth, right? In this series, you will see that the lesson this time is going to do all kind of accompaniment patterns that we will talk one by one by one. We will approach this. So what I want to tell you, I did do another series of Czerny opus 299. That's for the speed. I realized that most of you, whatever at this moment in time, you're not quite there for the speed. So this journey is a foundation, going through this entire book, that actually there are 100 journeys. I'll try to do as many as I can. Maybe all, I am not sure. But anyhow, so this opus 599 is the foundation to go for speed. And actually after this 599, it will go 847 and then 299. Okay, so this journey usually I'm starting with students that are kind of in good students that in favor and favor. My students would be level 3A or 3B, somewhere around there, in which they kind of know their, they do have a little bit of coordination, they do know about chords, they do know about scale, and they do know where they are. So it's time for some technique, songs, etudes, as it's called, Czerny. On the second thought, I just want to tell you that for me, scales, Hanon and Czerny, again, scales, Hanon and Czerny, is the foundation of playing the piano. So if you're just doing scales and Hanon, that's fine. If you're doing Hanon and Czerny, that's fine. But all three together actually goes very well together. Again, you will have in my playlist, again, if you are more advanced, Czerny opus 299 for virtuoso, that means for speed, and you have an entire first 20 exercises of Hanon on the playlist. Not only the patterns, I created there an ultimate drills series, how to practice that Hanon, because if you're not practicing right the patterns, first is boring, then it's not gonna go where it needs to go. So please check those into the into my playlist. And obviously, if you're new and you like this video, like subscribe and comment on it. Okay, so let's get started. Number 1, I'm changing the camera and let's go. Alright, so I just switched the camera. So right now we are on Czerny number 13. Well, we're starting with Czerny 13. It's starting right now to have it's a little bit harder than whatever we did until now. So it's a changing game, starting with Czerny 13. And why? Is because of the left hand. So left hand right now is going to start doing a pattern with actually the pinky, or the first note, it needs to be hold. And so let me play it first for you and see it how I'm playing it. I'm gonna go very slow, actually on 70, metronome on 70, that I'm not even sure if it's that slow for you. It's enough slow to see what I'm talking about, and then I will explain. one. So as you can see, my left hand, I'm going to start with the left hand because that's the one that, you know, needs more practice. So definitely you need to practice this pattern for a good while. So right now we're having this chord and then this chord, right? It's broken chord right now. You can either do with 4 and then 1, 2, very soft. So you're holding the C and then these are very light and very soft. Almost, if you can do it staccato, that will help for just for practicing. So that's how we practice, and then it's this one, right? So first I'm talking about the fingering. So as I said before, this chord can be this, and then this fingering. So 4, 2, 1, and then 5, 3, 1. Or if you don't feel comfortable with the 4, you know, you can do 1, 3, 5 and then 1, 3, 5 here. Doesn't exactly matter at this moment in time. You will be able to do either way, no matter what, until the end of this book. So whatever you start, it's easier for you. Just don't struggle too much. The point is you to be relaxed and doing this relaxed. So how you will do this, sometimes I will do it on the 4, sometimes I'm gonna do on the 5, so you will see both variation. The point is you need to lean yourself so the entire weight of the palm, it's on the bottom, and then this, it's really relaxed. So I would practice this for at least 5 minutes. And then changing this, you know? So stay, I don't know, 10 times, 20 times on this, and then back to the C. And then you can speed up a little bit more, even this one, right? You only have this, this, and this, right? So that's the, you know. So I would just do this I'm not gonna do it with you. So put your clock for about 5 minutes, stop the video here, and do it for at least 5 minutes, you know? But again, very light, soft, light, because I am grounded over here on the pinky. It's not that easy, looks easy because I did it a million trillion times during the years. So it's not, it's easy, but you gotta, if you never did it, you need some time to really accomplish this. On the same time, if it doesn't come on the first day, I would actually still practice that for at least a week, just this, right? And then meanwhile, you need to learn the right hand, right? So that is gonna be up, right? And then goes down. Okay. Then here you kind of have even a Czerny, I think it's Czerny number 5. Hanon number 5, the one that is, no, I think it's number 6. I think it's that's the Hanon number 6, right? So you have here F, E, D. Okay, so do you see the pattern? It's always coming back. And then nothing here. E, C, G, G, and up, and E, G, C, C. And then again here you gotta see it like 2 by 2 notes, 2 notes, another 2 notes, another 2 notes, another 2 notes. D, G, G, F, repeat the F, repeat the D, goes down, and you got it. Okay, right? So right now, after you learn it very well, you know, right hand, at least those 8 measures, you know, you could put it together, but you really know it very well, because if you didn't have any other song for coordination, that's gonna be your first. This number 30 is going to be a challenge. So I would stay with, if it's a challenge, stay with measure number 1 at least 10 times. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Again. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. and just 1 and 2 and 3, 4, even slower, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and right now backwards, 1 and 2 and 3, good, and then again down, down and back, right? So as you can see here, 1 you play it, and then again you play it. Every other note, left hand goes with the right hand, right? So right now you need to practice after it's coming right, you know, measure 1 with measure 2 together. The point is, measure number 5 and 6 has kind of the same feeling, but same notes, but this time it's gonna be E, C, G, and then E, G, C. So if you wanna just play around with this first 8 measure, I would suggest you to play measure 1, measure 2, measure 5, 6, and 8, just like an exercise. So measure 1. Good. Measure 2. Good. Measure 5. I'm going again. E, C, G, G again. E, C, G, G. Number 6. You see, I have exactly the same keys in different order right now. Number 8. So once you do this for, I don't know, again, depends of your skill, could be for 5 minutes or could be for 3 days, you know, or, you know, every day 15 minutes or something like that. Now that you are, you know, more with ease on playing 8th notes on the right hand and quarter notes on the left hand, now it will be much easier to do the rest. So right now I'm going to approach measure number 3. That again is going to be a challenge. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So that measure again needs to be practiced by itself. Next, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So these 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and change left hand, go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, so definitely work with the metronome very slow. I would put my metronome like at 60, like, actually not even lower than 60, you know, very slow. If your coordination is not yet there, that's why I'm staying more on this Czerny number 13, because mostly, you know, mostly everybody, you know, when they arrive at 13, it's just blowing their mind. But the good news is, like, Czerny number 15, 16, and 18 goes exactly pretty much in the same in the same way. So once you get the 13, you will be very, very, very easy on 15 and 16. It's just gonna be accomplished very easy. So this Czerny 13, I'll give it, if you're not skilled to do that and you never did something like that, I'll give it 2 to 3 weeks until you very, very, it's easy for you to do it. Okay, I'm gonna go right now to measure number 7. My dog is scratching. My dog is scratching. Okay, so measure number 7. See how I'm holding? finish it up. Again, that measure number 7, it's not as easy. So now that I accomplished mostly all the measures from the first part, section A of the song, I will practice this again until you are it's easy for you, and then I will go next, because next is actually, it's very easy, but it will be easy-ish or easier easier if the first 8 measures, they are very, very, very well accomplished. That means you will play with ease this, pretty much like that. And then you move to measure number to section B, that would be measure number 9. Again, first 4 notes. Multiple times. Really multiple times practice. This is the same end. We did do that before, and right now it's totally different. Repeat many times. And okay. Alright, so this is a work in which you will play it multiple times, each measure. Each measure needs to be practiced by itself. Again, if you never did coordination this way, never did it, that would be a little challenging for you, but do believe me, it will come. You will be able to have patience and do 10-15 minutes every day. In 2 weeks, must come. It must come, believe me, it will. First is blowing mind. You will feel like, oh my God, this brain surgery here, I can't do it. And then you will do it. You gotta believe me. Okay, I believe measure 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, or even 11, 13, and 14, you have multiple G's here. In my book, it's saying to switch the finger, 5, 4, 3, 5, 5, 4, 3, don't do that. If you're not that skilled, it's just not, forget it, it's gonna be just, in whatever, when you're advanced, it's true that every time you have repeated notes, many, we change the finger. It sounds like, oh my God, why would you do that? Well, you will see when it's about the speed that it's better to change the finger, because it's gonna be more crisp than to do this. But for the time being, don't change the finger. That's my recommendation. That doesn't mean if you want to change it, obviously. But my recommendation, don't change the finger. First, at least learn it to be, right? Good. So that's being said, right now, another little tip that I want to give it to you, that is going to be a long video. If you accomplish, when you accomplish number 13, I would go straight to 15 and then 16. So why? Because the left hand, it's exactly the same thing, So you will have much more practice, and number 15 is going to get much easier, and then number 16. So do not go, I wouldn't go to number 14, because it will mess up your mind. The left hand has totally, it's the Alberti bass on the Czerny number 14. So you will be, especially if you never practice, if you never did something like that. So your left hand, it will be really, your mind will be like, what the heck, it's way too hard, and majority, they will stop doing Czerny because of this reason. So my recommendation, from 13, go to 15 and then 16. And then when these 3, you can play them, pretty smoothly, you know, and you'll say, oh my God, I know the left hand is really going well. Then you go and learn the 14. All right. So thank you so much for watching this. These are really, really good tips that I'm giving you. You know, as you know, I've been teaching for 30 years, and many or almost all of my students were doing Czerny 599. And I do know what's happening there, and challenging that is, you know, like, you know, wrist down, wrist up, you know, kind of, you know, right. So leave your comments and do like, you know, you will make me very happy if you would like, subscribe, and ask me questions so I can be more in tune with you and grow, and you help me to grow the channel on the same time. Thank you. See you in the next one.